All right. So when we look at five out motion offenses, and really look at, a team known globally that does that the best, I think everyone can agree that, across the board, the team that does this the best is the Golden State Warriors. They play a very free flowing offense, very continuous style offense, very five out style motion offense. So, recently, Coach Steve Kerr of the Golden State Warriors went on to ESPN and really gave a rundown on his coach's corner segment of the five out offense that the Golden State Warriors play. And basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to give a little rundown of it, and really draw it up in the diagram so that coaches can teach this to their teams as well, because it's really not a complicated style of offense. It's a very easy motion offense to follow. It's actually so simplistic that you might actually think to yourself, wait, is this all they really do? And it is. And this play for Steve Kerr is named five out, and we're going to take a look at it. Now, obviously, with NBA level team, professional level team, they're not running the same play up and down the court every single time. But when they run their five out, this is what they tend to do. Okay. So if we look at it initially, it kind of looks like they're set up in a bit of a four out, one in. Okay. But that's not actually the case. They kind of just start with their, post player, if they have one, on the elbow, before they kind of come outside the 3-point line. Okay. So what they'll typically do is they want the ball to be in the hands of number five. So for them, their five player is, typically Draymond Green. This year, you've seen it being Al Horford a little bit. You've seen it being Looney in the past. So somebody who can dribble the basketball. So maybe that's a post up where you want to feed the ball into number five. Or if you have a big that can dribble, you can just pass it out here to number five anyway. Okay. So that's the first step to their five out, is getting the ball over to their big man, their five player, again, which is usually Draymond, Al Horford, used to be Looney, right? We know what that it looks like. Okay. So the next thing that we want to have is we want to get the ball to the same side corner. Okay. So that's number three. We want to get the ball to the corner. Okay. And again, you're probably looking at this like, what is going on? Just keep taking a look at it. This is how it works. Okay. So they want to get the ball to the corner. So typically, they'll have number three kind of post up down here a little bit, do what they can do to just get the ball in that corner. Okay. So we want to feed the ball from number five. Again, whether it's, they're being on the elbow here and they just want to kick it out that way, or if they want to, be up here about the 3-point line, swing the basketball, or even run a dribble handoff, whatever it is, we want to get the ball over here to number three. Okay. In the corner. Now, the next part of this, okay, is where the five out motion offense comes in. And this right here, this number one player is typically Steph Curry, okay? Now, what they'll have Steph Curry then do is kind of float into the key a little bit. Okay, now as that's happening, he's actually going to pop out. We're going to have number five here, which is usually Draymond or somebody like that, set a screen for Steph Curry. Okay, and then Steph Curry burst off that screen, curls to the 3-point line here. And immediately after that, this Draymond, number five, or Al Horford, whatever it is, immediately rolls to the basket. So that is how they start their five out motion offense. Whether they kick it right here to Steph Curry, they kick it to the cutter, whatever that may be, they're then into their motion offense, right? They're going to get one of these passes. So typically they'll get it out here to Steph Curry. Steph Curry might find the open man here, but if not, then they're just into their continuous movement, right? Their continuous movement, where now they're set up in an exact five out motion offense. And then they really just play a read and react style of drive and cut, drive and cut. So we're playing our typical five out, right? If we can get here, great. Maybe we can dish it off to somebody in the dunker, right? For a layup or something like that. Your typical kind of five out style. But the way they start things is what is so unique for them. The way they start things is so different, right? And let's take a look at it again. And excuse me if we put different numbers into different positions here, but we'll have our point guard here, right? We'll have this player here. We'll have our five right here, like we talked about, right? And this is how they get into that style of five out, right? So they want to get the ball over here to their center first. Again, if you have a center on your team or you're playing small, you can just feed them the ball up here. That's great. We're going to have number three kind of seal their defender a little bit, do a little post up, right? Butt to the basket here, right? We're going to feed them the basketball, right? As that's happening, number one is kind of cutting in the key. Number five's coming in with them a little bit, right? Then we're going to have that screen being set. Number one's going to burst off. Number five's going to roll, right? And again, when Steve Kerr detailed this, they always get one of these options, right? They always end up getting one of these options. That's how they get into their 5-out. So again, you got a good 3-point shooter, kick it out here to that 3-point shooter, right? And then if you got, somebody wide open cutting the basket, feed them on the way. But then you're just into your 5-out, right? If you get a collapse right here in a double team, right, you're going to be able to kick it out to one of these shooters back here. And that's exactly what the Golden State Warriors do. It's like, yes, they start this way, right? But for them, it's all read and react. So they start a little different, right? Very different from your conventional 5-out motion offense, but it works for them. And you mix that with their read and react and continuous movement style that they implement. And they always have, multiple options here. And it's a very free flowing offense. So, this is something different. This is something new that, I'm definitely looking forward to implementing with my teams now. Is trying a different way to start this motion offense and, get into our read and react style of basketball.
Hold on one quick second, coaches. Before you go anywhere, I've got a couple free resources waiting for you from the Basketball Coaches Academy that'll take your practices and take your teams to the next level. First off, grab your complete guide to the continuous motion offense, which breaks down exactly how to teach your players to play the game, not just run plays. You'll learn what continuous motion offense really means, proven drills to build it, and how to run a motion offense continuously. We have lots of different things in this guide. We have video demonstrations, we have diagrams, we have descriptions, everything that you would need. If you want your athletes to develop real basketball IQ, this is the starting point. The second item that I have for you is the 5 must-have out-of-bounds plays for all ages. These are game-tested sets that you can run with youth or high school teams. We have baseline out of bounds. We have sideline out of bounds, all free for you. They're simple to teach, tough to guard, and each play includes clear diagrams and coaching points so your team stops wasting possessions. And lastly, I have the practice plan template. And this printable practice plan template is the exact layout that I use to organize and plan every practice session. So you can plug in your warm-ups, skill blocks, team drills, and scrimmage notes so you can walk into every gym with a clear plan and zero guesswork. So I have these 3 free items for you. You can claim them using the link in the description. They'll be sent to you right away. Enjoy. All right, folks, I need to quickly stop right there before we move into our next topic to mention that right now, 97.1% of our daily viewers are not subscribed to our channel. So that means if you are one of these people, if you are one of these 97.1% who are not currently subscribed but are watching this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you could take the time real quick to hit that subscribe button. It will help us continue to make content like this, continue to make basketball plays for other coaches, basketball drills for other players, and basketball, everything that both players and coaches and organizations alike can use. So again, if you could really quickly take the time to hit that subscribe button, it'll just take 2 seconds. It would be greatly appreciated.